Good morning. It is day 3 of the summer reboot, 30 Days to a Better Us. It's about 5:20 in the morning. I totally don't want to shoot this video. Sometimes things happen in our life that make it really difficult for us to do the things that are going to drive us to the next thing. Welcome to my world. My whole house blew up last night. It was just intense, and I wanted to come to you this morning with this face of we can do this, and I believe that we can, but I promised you that we wouldn't put any masks on, let alone makeup. So know that you can come to the Infused Project and never wear makeup, and no one is going to judge you. So this morning, I am having a cup of coffee with my friends, and we are going to push on. Because frankly, if I don't continue to focus on making me the best me that I can possibly be, I will never be strong enough to manage the things that happen in my day-to-day life. Nor will I be the example that I really want to set for my kids. And so we are pushing together, people. Oh, wow, look at that. It is real, live, raw, and uncensored at the Infused Project. It's also my first cup of coffee, and you are the first human that I have talked to this morning. It's nice to see you. So today, what's our challenge today? Well, today our challenge is to learn something new. And I am in the middle of all of that with everything that is happening right now. So we're going to do this. Day 3, we're going to learn something new together. Albert Einstein said that once you stop learning, you start dying. I like to think that I'm a lifelong learner just because I like to learn. But as I started kind of figuring out, because, I do the research to figure out the why, it's important for us to keep learning. It is super important for us to keep learning for a couple reasons. Number one, we want to be the best at whatever we're doing. So we want to grow in our industry. And in order to do that, we need continued education. All you people who are out there getting your CE credits, you know what that looks like. You need to stay on top of what's happening in your world. How about to fill in your blanks? I mean, what do you not know that you should know? One of those things for me actually is how to speak Spanish. I just feel like that is something, oh goodness. Real live, raw, and uncensored this morning. Oh. I love my life. Sometimes. So we are together this morning as we do the things we don't feel like doing because they are the right thing to do. So learning something new, growing in your industry, filling in your blanks. What do you not need to know? So I feel like I need to learn how to speak Spanish because being in the mission field or being here in the United States or living in Florida, having the last name Rivera, it's just important. So that's a blank that I feel like is in my life. Keeping our brain healthy. I'm learning a lot in working with older people about unfortunate things that occur in our brain, and we want to be preventative. And so the more that we learn, the more we use it. These people who play Sudoku, I'm really impressed because I have no idea even what that is and what those squares are for. That might be something I focus on learning. But apparently it keeps your brain moving, and that's important. Some people do crossword puzzles. I like word searches because I don't have to think a lot. Living out your bucket list. I have always wanted to play golf. I'm a great golf carter. But I think that I would like to know how to play golf. But in order, I can't just step on the field and be like, let's play golf. No, you have to learn how to do that. So living out your bucket list. And then learning with people actually creates a bond. And so that's kind of what we're doing here this morning. I am touched and amazed by the bonds that I've been forming just over the last few days. And I pray that you're seeing some form right in front of you. It's really amazing the conversations that are being had both on the website and on social media. So we're bonding. But whatever you want to do well, or be great at. You have to learn. We have to figure things out. I remember when I first started this weight loss journey, gosh, I swear, I spent like 6 months on YouTube just trying to figure out what's a keto and do you eat it? So those are some things that if we want to be great at something, we have to educate ourselves. And I think that the things that happen in life, like what happened last night, it could have kept me from learning how to be in this place with you this morning, because it's sometimes so much easier to just shut down than to become vulnerable enough to admit that we don't know something and then pursue that with fervor even. A lot of people ask me, I love to read. You guys know I love to read, but I don't read a lot of fiction because I constantly want to be knowing something new. And so I'll read about stuff. Somebody will tell me they visited a town and I'll Google it because what's in that town? What's important? What's exciting? I love to road trip and I love to know about all the little places and what made them little places. What created this awesome little town in the middle of nowhere? How did this come to be? I recently took a trip to West Virginia and found out some amazing things about, I think, a place that you would have had a thought process about, and to learn its culture and diversity and history and the incredible things that happen there. It just really made me open my eyes to a state that I don't think I've ever even given any credit to. So we will miss out on things if we close ourselves off to learning. And I had an experience recently. I took my son to the gym with me and I was so excited about that opportunity. He likes to walk on the treadmill, but he's never really experienced fitness in the way that maybe his older brothers had. So I was super stoked. And when we left, I asked him, I said, "So B, how'd you like it? How was it?" And he's like, "It was so embarrassing." And I just immediately thought, rather than being excited about what just happened, what we experienced together, his thought was, I didn't know the moves. And so therefore he was embarrassed and started making excuses to not ever have to go back and pursue this thing that could actually make his life so much better. And that made me really sad. And the truth is, we do that all the time. All the time. Truman said that not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. I think I got that right. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. And so we want to constantly be chasing something new, be aggressively pursuing knowledge in some way, shape, or form. But I think that it's easy for life to get in our way. And so this morning, here are 5 easy things that we can do to conquer this challenge. Ready? Today, we can read, we can listen, we can accept the fact that we don't know something. I think a lot of times pride gets in our way of actually doing that great thing because we want to come to the table. I want to come to the table a great golfer, but it doesn't start that way. I need to know what in the heck is in that bag. What's a 4 and a 5 and why is that important? Something beyond the really cute clothes and the fabulous golf cards. But I have to admit, I don't golf, not good at it. But if I don't do that and I come to the table acting like I already know how to golf, I'm just going to make myself look stupid. So let's get out of our own way. Be vulnerable to learning something new. Number 4, stop reading and start doing. It's really easy to stay on Pinterest all day and become well-versed in arts and crafts. But unless I actually put the phone down and do something, what have I actually learned? I mean, we could spend literally days on Pinterest doing the planning, but if there's no execution, then we're not actually taking that next step in our life and doing something important with it. And the 5th thing is to teach. And if I didn't have you guys here this morning, if we weren't walking through this together, I might have stopped. So to hold myself accountable to not only you, but to keep the promises that I said I was going to make to myself. Share the knowledge that you gain. It reinforces what is happening in your own world. So I'm excited for you today. I'm excited for what we could learn. I might go grab an encyclopedia just to check this off my list. But I think if we're intentional about listening to the world around us, we could discover some amazing things. So here's to your discovery today. You got this, girl.